Hey, fourth graders, it's Miss Ann here, helping you to understand your next project. This is your friendship card rubric. You know how we voted on doing a friendship party instead of a Valentine's, because it's really about friendship. It's not about the love, mushy gushy, hugs and kisses, right? It's really about developing good, strong friendships and making sure that we act age appropriate. So if we look at the four here, in order to really meet your goal, we want between a 3 and a 4. So all requirements are completed. I've included the following requirements. We're going to insert a table. We're going to have some pictures. We're going to have a friendship quote with the author's name, at least 2 different fonts, at least 2 different colors, and to and from somewhere on it. All right. All your spellings and capitalization and punctuation must be correct. My card is neat, attractive, and easy to read. If you decided to go above and beyond the requirements, that's really what gets you to a 4 and beyond. And of course, we have the teacher requirements. Also looking at this, a 3 will give you, you have some errors there. You have, the card might look confusing. You're missing 2, making 2 errors. Your card, still struggling, and then 1, of course, we don't need to look at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the last of the Microsoft Office product, the one that really is used throughout the world about 95% of the time, because most businesses do not use Docs as much as they do Microsoft products. So we need to get you ready for the real world. So I'm going to switch over screens and then we'll get started. All right, so we're on Ms. Dabalski's desktop. Mine's going to be a little bit different than the 4th grade. But remember, like always, we're going to go down to the Start button. And the easiest way to do it, if it isn't already there, we're actually going to use Word 2013. But you can start typing in Microsoft Word, and it'll pop right up. Well, it should. Whoops, Word. So here we go, Word 2013. I don't want WordPad, I want Word 2013. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And this is the newer version that will be on your computers and in the lab. So we have to wait for it to get ready. And as soon as it gets ready, I'll let you know. Now, on yours, screen might look a little different than mine, but on the left is usually other documents that you had just recently opened. And so basically what we're doing here is we're just going to ignore those. Those are just recently open. It's really nice that Word does this. It says, oh, do you want to go back to one of these you've worked on? No, I want to go to a blank document. I can either, and you can see how it's blue, and then it'll kind of give you some feedback of what it is. And I just double clicked, and you can go back and do that. So basically all it was clicking on the blank document. Now I have a regular piece of paper here, and the first thing that we're going to do is inserting a table. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Insert Table, and we want really a, we're going to do two different cards on one sheet of paper, okay? So really what I want is a 2 by 2, and I'll show you why that is. So all I did was Insert Table, and then I took my mouse and I just dragged it like that. So I already have one. And then I have it like this. And which is nice is you can pick that up and move it. You see how my cursor went over and I was able to move it around. Now some of you are wondering, well, can I make it bigger? Yep, look at, I can stretch it. And basically that's the easiest thing. So I'm going to grab that, and you see how my cursor went. And I want to make it as big. Oops, and I don't know where the other one went. Better undo it. And maybe this was, and better just go a little bit slower, right? So I'm just going to drag it, and I want to keep dragging. And what's going to be nice, why I don't know why it's not quite doing that. So we'll just leave it at that right now, because it'll change after you put your picture in and whatnot. So anyway, let's review how to save the Word document. We're going to go to File, Save As, okay? Remember, File, Save As. Now mine's going to be a little bit different. You're going to go to your computer and you'll have your H drive, but Ms. Dabalski, because she's on hers, has to go the long way. So that's what you need to do. So I'm going to click it on to grade 4, and you, once you go to computer, your grade 4 drive will show up. And what I would do is, if you're in Hofflands, let's just put in Hofflands. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to put friendship cards. Okay. And if you're back in Miss Nabalski's, I'm going to make a folder here, and Valentine's, oops, not Valentine's, friendship, let's see if I can spell today, friendship cards. Okay. All right. So when I'm ready to save that, and I'll just go to mine, I'm going to go to friendship cards, and I'm going to make a new folder. Now this is where I'm going to put my stuff. And if my name is Jim, I'm just going to put Jim. I'm going to open it, and then I can leave it as Doc 1, or I could put my cards. Whoops, let's see if okay, so let's watch this again. File, save as. Now I can go back to the computer, but look at it's already here. I'm going to go back to the grade 4 file. Okay. But this time I want to go back to Mrs. Hoffland's room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Mrs. Hoffland's to show you how to make your own file for your own name. Here's Hoffland, and I'm going to find the friendship cards. And then when I'm ready for a new file, I'm going to make a new one for Izzy. I'm going to pretend I'm Izzy. I'm going to open it. And of course, my cards is already on there, and I'm going to save it. That way, and you can see up here that your card is already saved. This will be adjusted. Your card will be adjusted as we make room for the pictures and the fonts and whatnot. So this is just the beginning. If you don't know how to do this part, this is opening and saving Word and making a table, and more videos to follow.